Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today we're bringing you guys kind of an update on what happened. A lot of you guys were asking us on Instagram. Both posted on our Instagram stories that we were at the hospital with Sophia. Here she is after she gave us our first. We've officially had our first scare as parents.
Yeah, we were honestly we were really worried about her.
It was just a scary situation. Like, we've never had to take her, like, she's barely 3 months, but we've never had to take her to the hospital, and we've never really had a scare with her, and we're first-time parents. Like, we don't have other kids. This is our first baby ever.
And honestly, we weren't super dramatic about this because, like, there's some parents who just take their babies just for nothing, for anything that, like, little that might be. But for us, we honestly thought that she was having seizures, so that's what kind of like scared us, because she was having them back to back. We were like, it's better to be safe than sorry.
No.
Right now she's really tired.
I did want to say that if you do take your kids to the hospital for anything, it's better, once again, it's better to be safe than sorry. Like, you as a parent, you know when something's wrong, and to me personally, like, the way I saw her, like, I was just really scared because it did not look normal.
And we'll show you guys a video what we're talking about too.
Take your baby to the hospital, your kid, take them to the hospital if you feel like you need to for any little thing, because you just never know. So basically, Friday, I had given her a bath. Daniel was not aware that this had happened until after, but I was putting her to bed and I had given her a bath. So after her bath, I took her to our room to feed her and change her, put on our lotion and all that stuff. Just basically do our little nighttime routine. I had her on the bed after I had given her a bath. She was just in her diaper and then she was still in her towel. And I literally went to the side because I have like a little cart right there with like her clothes that I'm gonna put on her and her gloves and her socks and stuff. And I went to the side, like I literally turned for 1 second, you guys. I went to grab her socks. She did it for the first time. But basically what she did was her whole body went like stiff. Like, her whole body was stiff.
It looks like she's like paralyzed, and she like, for some reason, she reaches her arms like right open, like
yeah. So she was just laying there like normal, and then her arms went out like that, and then her it's almost like her arms extended, her legs extended, and her whole body was stiff.
So we finally put Sophia to bed. We have this big baby.
Our other baby here. She was so tired because Daniel was only in there for like a minute and then she went down right away, huh? It was so scary because her whole body was like stiff, like completely stiff. Almost like her face was also stiff, but her face was like super red, her eyes were wide, and she was shaking. But only her face was shaking. Her whole body was just stiff. Almost like she couldn't move in that second, you know, but it was only for like a couple seconds, so it was super quick. And I got so scared because right after she started screaming, like she started screaming bloody murder. And I got scared when I saw her doing that, but I didn't really think that much of it. I thought that she had just gotten scared. And also because I had just given her a bath, I thought that she got cold. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I thought she got cold, so then I felt shitty because I was like, oh my god, like I'm over here trying to put her lotion on and she got scared. Like, I thought it was my fault that she got scared because I had given her a bath. I thought maybe it was just too cold, but I didn't really think anything like seizure-wise or anything was wrong until she did it again. So then that's when I went and I told Daniel, hey, like, but I had told him the night before too, like, hey, Sophia did this weird thing. But I didn't really, I thought she had just gotten cold, but then she did it again. So then that's when I went to him and I was like, hey, like I don't know, I just felt weird, you know, I felt like something was wrong.
And that day, she started having like those episodes like
more often.
Back to back.
Yeah.
And it would be like frequently like
Come on, let's take her.
5 minutes apart, you know?
Every single time that she did it, she would put her arms straight out. Like, she would put her arms completely straight out and they would go stiff. So as soon as we started seeing her arms go like that, we knew she was gonna do it, huh? At this point too, like, I started to think like, what if it was a seizure? But I didn't know because they were so brief. Like, they were only lasting maybe a couple seconds max. That's why we were kind of freaked out. Like, I was really scared. Like, when we were on our way to the hospital, I was scared that she was gonna do it in her car seat, and I can't take her out of her car seat while we're driving, you know?
Well, so we got to the hospital. I didn't think we were gonna stay there overnight, to be honest. But then we ended up staying there overnight. When the physician came out to examine baby Pika, she had another episode in front of the physician.
I feel like they started taking it serious, and also it also scared me more because I was thinking like, okay, I was like, God, if this is actually something that she needs to get checked out, like I didn't want her to do it again, but I was like, like if she's gonna do it again, I want her to do it in front of the doctor so that they can see.
Dude, and it was freaking like so sad seeing like the
when they did her IV.
When they put the IV in baby's Becca's like little wrist, because the guy was a fucking rookie, bro. The nurse was a rookie. Like he was like putting the IV, like putting the IV. Like when I seen like nurses putting IVs like in babies, it shouldn't take no longer than like 5 minutes. It depends how the baby's acting up in the situations, and every situation is different as well.
But we knew that he was in like a rookie because
they even said it themselves.
Yeah, we knew that he was a newbie because the other nurse was guiding him.
Yeah.
But like I was kind of thinking in my head like.
I was like, damn it, why? I was like, why would
I was like, can we get another nurse? But like I get it, he has to learn. But I'm like, can you go learn on another baby or?
Yeah, so baby Sophie had like a big old like. She had like it was a mess.
It looked like a big cast.
Bro, she had like tape all over her wrist.
He couldn't get it to stick. Is
so,
he gonna pee?
No.
He better not. Basically, they got the IV on. That was fine, but it was definitely hard to watch her crying there. She was so upset, huh? Like even I couldn't even call.
Low key, I was like, bro, like somebody else just take over him. Like he's taking too long. Like come on, like just take over.
Yeah, but realistically, she was just crying because it hurt her, you know.
Well, yeah, cause I don't know.
But then also when they took out the IV, remember the girl was like, "Oh, this wasn't even on good. Like it's crooked. Like that the thing was crooked inside her arm. That it wasn't supposed to be like that."
Oh yeah, when we got discharged. Remember? Yeah, when we got discharged, she's like, what the hell? This IV wasn't even on right. It was all crooked and bent. I was like.
Basically, at this point, we had been waiting there for a couple hours already, and then they come in and they tell us that they want to keep us overnight. I feel like after they saw her do it in front of them, I feel like that's when they started to take us more serious. And also, that's when I got more scared because I was like, oh my god, like, what if it really is, like, what if she really is having seizures? Like, and it's scary too because, like I said, she doesn't really cry that much, huh? She's not a big crier, and I can tell the difference between like her real cry and just like her little fake cry. And dude, she was crying so much. After she does her little episodes, she would scream and cry. So I didn't know if she was crying because she was in pain or just because she scared herself. And then also you Google things on the internet and you get yourself more scared. But I like from what I got from Google was that there's some seizures that are not that like bad. So I was hoping that if it was a seizure, it was one of those. And also from what I got from Google, there's something called like infantile spasms. So sometimes they're not seizures. Sometimes it's just that's what babies do.
Yeah, that's like what the doctor says. Like sometimes they'll get like reflex, and then like I don't know, for some reason it makes the babies do that.
But also whenever she just gets startled, because that's what I had read too, is sometimes they just get scared so they do that. But dude, like in the video you guys can see, and it didn't even look that bad in the video as much as it had looked in person. But whenever she had ever gotten scared, like babies get scared, you know, like if you leave them on the bed for a second, if she has no clothes on, she gets scared. So she'll go, but like for a second, like that. But like seeing her whole body get stiff and like it's almost like she couldn't move in that second. Like it was scary to watch.
And they took us to the room, and then
they took her away to take a picture of her brain. Basically, the plan was that they were gonna review that image, and then they were gonna do something called was it an EEG?
It was called an EEG.
EEG.
Yeah.
And they were gonna do an EEG on her brain to monitor her brain activity. So then we were there for like almost 2
So
minutes.
basically what that EEG does is like if they had like an actual real seizure, it'll show them they had a seizure. Because
basically what they said too is that in adults, like if you have a seizure, the next day you're fine. But when you're an infant, if you had a seizure, the next day your brain will still be kind of funky. That EEG will show them that her activity, like her brain activity, was a little off. But basically, the next day they came and they did the EEG. They hooked her up to a bunch of little wires.
Dude, it looked like if you guys ever watched X-Men, man, it looked like the guy. I forgot his name, but it looked like the guy, like the bald guy who was like in a wheelchair with like the big like little thing. The big helmet. She kind of looked like
You know what she also looked like that I kept thinking of
when
they were doing it? She looked like the you know that baby on Toy Story? The baby, the one that crawls?
Oh, yeah.
Like that toy? Like all those wires looked like that.
Yeah. Like she was about to go to the future.
Daniel had posted a picture on his story of that, like when she like had the thing all wrapped on her head, and I'm like, oh my god.
Did I save it?
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, people are gonna think that we like dropped her and like we like cracked her head open or something. Also, all the nurses like were like she would come in. I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna take us serious because the nurses and the doctors would come in and she'd just be like,
She used to be smiling at everybody.
Like she would just be smiling at everyone. Like all the nurses were like, "Oh my God, you're such a happy baby." But basically, long story short, guys, they did the EEG. They took a picture of her brain. They said that it all came back normal. The picture of her brain showed that she doesn't have anything like really serious. We still don't 100% know what it was that she did.
Yeah, even the doctors told us they don't really know what could cause it. A lot of times they said it's because of the reflex.
They really don't know 100% what it was. The good news is that we do know what it is not.
We're just happy and we're just
that it's not anything like
that
any big serious stuff.
Yeah, that it's not really severe and that she actually did not have a seizure.
At least we know that it's not like anything big, like it's not a tumor. She doesn't have any like fluid up there. What the EEG showed, it probably was not a seizure, but they did also say that it was still abnormal for her to do that. Like they don't know 100% what it is, so they're gonna have us follow up with the neurologist. Was it a neurologist?
Yeah, with a neurologist, and like they said in a month.
In a couple days. She has a couple days, and she has one in a month. We're just grateful and happy that she's okay. We're back home, and we're just keeping a close eye on her because I'm just scared now that she could do it again while we're home. You know.
They did say like if she has some at home like once or twice, then they just to take her back over there.
Also, they did also keep us for the whole 24 hours after we got there just to monitor her, and we ended up staying almost 2 days, huh?
Yeah.
But thankfully, she didn't have any more episodes for a full 24 hours while we were there. So things are looking good.
We're just hoping like she's not gonna have any more episodes because honestly, bro, it's kind of scary because you're just looking at her and she's like looking at you like really like terrified, and she looks like she's paralyzed, like she can't move. And it's just scary stuff, bro.
Yeah, like I have some peace of mind, like because we went. I have some peace of mind knowing that it's not anything big from what we know, but it was still like, it just still didn't look normal to me, you know? Like it still didn't look normal to me. And I actually have a lot of mommies reaching out to me saying that their babies like were doing similar stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, and they're asking me like how. That's why a lot of people wanted to know what happened, and because a lot of them are curious because some of their babies are doing the same like movements. That is pretty much gonna be it for today's video, guys. We do want to say thank you to all of you who sent us a bunch of prayers and sent us a bunch of love.
Shout out to all the friends who like reached out to me
and all of our friends
when we were at the
family.
hospital. Shout out to all you guys for like reaching out and saying like we need anything, or like if you get we need any food or anything like that. You guys are real ones, and we appreciate you guys. And shout out to all the subscribers and all the people who support us, that like reach out to us and
who care about our babies.
And who cares about our babies? Yeah. So shout out to all you guys, man. It really means a lot, bro. Especially because we're really grateful and thankful that that baby Pika is safe and she's healthy.
I know it's like a reality check. I was like. I was like,
yeah, because everything was going so good, you know? It was just like,
we've never had like a scare with her. And like I said, we're first time parents. That's why my mom was telling me, you know, like, she's like, you're a first time mom. She's like, it doesn't hurt to go and check, you know?
Even the doctors were like, it's better to be safe than sorry, you know? So like, what if we didn't take her, and then what if they were actual seizures?
Once again, we're so grateful and thankful to God that she's okay and she's back home, and we're just happy.
We miss home too. We miss our dogs and the whole house. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye guys.